Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Creeper along with Mimi.
Hi, everybody.
Just wanted to touch base with you. As you can see, I'm at 91 now. We had a very interesting run yesterday. Between running the hospital and getting the bandages and things like that, and Roxy had the idea, hey, let's go to the scrapyard. Well, we went to the scrapyard and we found a Leica. The Leica was in really good shape. It had a motor, that's number one, the most important thing. It had a battery. It did not have an alternator. The alternator is a problem because you got to push start the vehicle anytime that you stop the vehicle, turn it off. You can get out of a vehicle without turning it off. The problem is that doesn't always work, which is hitting Shift F, and it will get you out of a vehicle without turning it off. Sorry, my game froze a little bit. But one of the reasons that we went to the scrapyard is in this little community right here. Let me show you on a map. That way you're more familiar. That's right here. This is where normally our base is, but we're right here right now. There is a vehicle spawning point. Well, we know this through our time of hitting the wrong button. I do it all the time. Doing this throughout our time of collecting vehicles, we know that there is a vehicle spawn in here. I'm going to take you by it really quick and let you see what I'm talking about. Well, Roxy and I had come through here a few days ago, and we found this. A Leica. It needed a driver's seat, needed a battery. No, it doesn't need a battery. Anyway, it needed some tires. 3 tires it needed. We're like, hey, let's go to the scrapyard. Well, we went to the scrapyard. Very interesting. Didn't start off no different than any of the other game had ever done before .9. And we found another vehicle there, another Leica up on the north side of the scrapyard. We were there to get tires. That is an issue at the merchant. It was saying that the tires were $255 and tire dump they are $215. I don't know if the devs were aware of that, but a little mismatch there. The 215s are the Leica tires. I guess you can also use the 255s. Anyway, maybe I didn't go through it enough. Anyway, you gotta understand that you need like 400 points, main points, in order to start buying parts for a vehicle, things like that. You cannot buy even tires or anything until it's unlocked for you. We ended up finding at a gas station located not too far away from the scrapyard. We found a Wolfmobile, a Volkswagen. Volkswagen was in worse shape. It didn't even have these 2 doors. So at first we were going to keep the Leica and everything because the Volkswagen has an alternator. We just froze up again. Has a alternator in it. We chose to keep the Volkswagen because the doors will keep you protected from being beat on, but so will speed. The fact of the matter is we were able to sell 2 vehicles, outfit our characters in the clothing that we enjoy wearing, which is the tactical wear. Basically, it opens up more space for carrying. Anyway, Roxy ended up being attacked twice by bears. That was interesting. Then, when we got back to where our base was, this is also another vehicle spawn area. There wasn't one there yet, but give it some time, there will end up being a vehicle show up. Anyway, that was very interesting. Very interesting run-in. Roxy did not die. We did manage to survive that encounter. And mind you, we were on foot while this was happening. But the point of the matter is, I wanted to touch base with you and show you, hey, we did it. We're at 91 points. I'm at 91 points. Roxy, I believe, is at 70 points. Mimi, what is your points at?
33.
33. Both Mimi and I died yesterday trying to get from the safe zone to the hospital. And the safe zone, we were coming up through here and then running up to the hospital itself. And we were killed somewhere in here. The gaming, as far as I've seen, is a lot more intense. We got back to where our base was, and boom, we were hit again by a third bear. It was intense. A lot of fun. Way to go, devs. I have yet to be inside of one of the bunkers. I don't feel personally I'm ready for it. Right now I'm on my way to go pick up Mimi. And just thought I would touch base with everybody. I will, of course, probably include pictures of us in the vehicle. I mean, it was so intense. I thought a couple of times about turning on the video and recording some of it, but wow. It was intense. We were getting hit by groups of anywhere from 4 to 8 puppets, just the two of us. When you're out in the open and you're exposed, it's harsh. It's fun, frustrating, stressful, fun. Both of us signed off last night. We were talking about how much fun we actually really had. The game is a lot more intense out in the wild, and I like that. I like seeing the animals being more aggressive. Everything again in the environment seems like a threat, which I enjoy that as well. It should be a actual survival. I'm happy to see that there was some changes made. We spend a lot of time out in the world, so we are going to see that. And I'm telling the dev, good job, excellent, that was fun. Anyway, we were working on our base. As you can see on our vehicle, we now have the 2 doors on the side, which I wanted to touch base on that. The doors, even if you run into a puppet in the front over here, the chances are very high, because you do not have a door, that you are going to be injured. I was driving last night and we did it about 3, 4, 5 times, where we would run into a puppet, and as the puppet passed through the vehicle, they would swing and I would get injured. A little bit of damage on the body, a lot of damage on the clothing. Again, this game is set up as a survival game, so they want you to everything breaks down, everything gets wore out. You have to repair it, replace it. As part of what keeps gaming is gathering resources, or trying to manage your resources and keep them keep a storehouse of them. Anyway, Mimi's here. She is in the bed, but she's right now sitting right next to me. We usually game across the house from each other. I just wanted to say yes, everything that we did do, everything that we have made videos on, that's exactly what we did to get to where we're at.
Except for the castle run yesterday, we didn't have shotguns, but
yes.
We found out that we were able to use the bows in the towers to...
Through the larger cracks.
Yeah, through the large cracks in order to take care of the puppets above head. We found that, I found that was very interesting. Wanted to pass that along so even newer players can go to the castle. Can you show them where it is again?
Yeah. Right here.
Which is right there. And you can go to the castle and get better bows, and still be able to, with a basic bow, go in there and find better bows.
Right. You can also find carbon arrows, which you're not going to be able to buy carbon arrows until your fame points are 200. Mm-hmm. You can get the metal arrows, but the carbon arrows are restricted from you. Mm-hmm. Anyway, yesterday I did a tuna run down into the fish factory.
It's on the other.
Yeah, over here.
Yeah.
That's the fish factory. Right there. Anyway, got us some sardines, some tuna. And why? Because we had went to the rail yard, gathered up tuna, sardines. I went back. My bag was overloaded, so I built a chest outside of the little community down there in the safe zone. I left, I came back, my chest was gone, so everything in it was gone. I didn't realize it, but I can tell you, if you don't know, do not build a chest in the safe zone and leave it. It will not be there when you return. It's little things like this that we're learning. Maybe we went through the game too quickly, which is always possible. You always tend to miss something, even if you are going slower. But most of our runs were done. We did 2 runs through the railroad, but the rail yard.
Yeah.
But the main was the hospital. Why? Because we're making good money at the hospital. You go up there. There's also other buildings if you want to go through them, which can actually help you build your fame points quicker.
Yeah.
But your hospital run, the main hospital itself, is going to give you quite a bit of supplies, which we run it back down and sell it. Once you get a vehicle, the vehicle unlocks the map. You can now start gathering other vehicles, things like that. Of course, you want it works easier if you have a buddy. Somebody that you're running around with. Like I have Mimi and I have Roxy, and yesterday we sold another like 2 bikes, things like that. We're repo people. We go through and repo the vehicles and get what we need to have, and then we go. Always turn it around, going back to the scrapyard, going through their tire pile, collecting the wheels that we need.
The cars, trying to find other parts.
Find the parts. We ended up finding the doors just driving around, and Roxy had suggested going down to the cheese factory, which the cheese factory is right in here. So we found the actual doors. It was in a house, or there was a car in a house, beside a house, about right in here. And we ended up finding the doors. That's another car spawn is along this road right about in here. There's vehicle spawns there. Anyway, wanted to touch base with you. As you can see, we're now 131. Can't get parts, buy the parts or anything like that until you are 340. Which, okay, that's not no big deal. It's designed to slow you down, so you're not just rushing through the game and going too quickly. But I don't think we're going to have an issue with that. Again, I hope these videos are helpful to you. You're able to get some information. If you have questions, leave it in the comment section. I'll get back with you on it. Or I'll include it in a video. Anyway, I may have you come in and we'll do the video together. I don't know. Anyway, but we will talk at you later.
Please like, share, and subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.